Went from condos to Pop's house. On calls, now bus routes.
All right, what's up, Into Us family? So we have Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. Man, give it up for both of them. When it comes down to the filming industry, they're a dynamic duo. They've done movies like Black Panther, Creed, Fruitville Station. They have a strong connection when it comes down to creatives. Ryan Coogler being a director, writer, producer, and Michael B. being one of, if not the best male actor in the industry right now. And they did it together, which is amazing to see two individuals come up together like that in the industry and make their mark. So right now they're working on a really big story. They're working on telling the story through the eyes of a movie of Mansa Musa. For those of you who don't know who Mansa Musa was one of the richest black men to ever walk this earth. He was worth some crazy number, like over $400 billion. Just crazy money. Now, he came into most of that through inheriting it from his, family and everything like that. But Mansa Musa basically controlled the Mali Empire, right? So let's do this. Let's read a little bit about what Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler is doing when it come down to this film, and get more detail on Mansa Musa and this entire story. And I'm excited about this, man. I'm a film junkie, man. I love to write. I love to watch films and tell stories and see how people are putting together, a new story. So when I saw this, I was like, man, this is incredible. So just to read a little bit, we have so director Ryan Coogler and actor Michael B. Jordan are set to embark on their most historically ambitious collaboration yet. A feature film centered on Mansa Musa, the legendary 14th century emperor of the Mali Empire, widely considered the richest person in history. The project, currently in early development, will focus on Mansa's monumental rise to power and his transformative world-changing pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324. Mansa ruled the Mali Empire, an immense territory spanning West Africa, at its peak. His wealth derived primarily from the vast salt and gold resources of his kingdom was so staggering that his visit to Cairo during his pilgrimage, a journey accompanied by tens of thousands of people in camels laden with gold, caused an economic shockwave that reportedly depressed the value of gold in the region for years. However, Mansa's legacy extends beyond his material wealth. He was a devout Muslim, patron of the arts, and a command scholar who championed the growth of Timbuktu as a global center of learning and trade. The film is expected to explore the complexities of a leader balancing immense power with deep spiritual devotion. This latest venture reaffirms the incredible synergy between Coogler and Jordan. This partnership has already yielded some of the most critically acclaimed and commercially successful films of the last decade. This is what I'll say. Even as a Christian man, I understand that Mansa Musa was a Muslim, and hey, who knows? Maybe he came to Christ before he passed away. I don't know. But when I watch films, I know how to watch films for the greatness that's coming out of what creatives have done, has done, like, Michael B. and Ryan Coogler. I don't say, well, they're doing a story on someone who was Muslim. I'm not going to watch that. There's some Christian content creators who would get on here and say stuff like that. I'm not ever going to say that, because I love the art behind being creative. Like when, a lot of different movies that has been put out, you've seen people get on here and say certain things like that. But I'm always going to say, as long as you don't let the movie put you in a place to where now your mind wants to portray that in real life. If you're not, if you're, this is what I tell Christians who go watch movies. If you're not in a place to where you're ready to go and watch certain things or listen to certain things without letting your mind go to that place to where you're now living that way, then I would say don't watch movies like this. Don't listen to songs that is going to affect you. Don't listen to Sade if you're going to want to go and get in the bed with someone and you're not even married to him. So that's the way I look at it. Me, I love the art side so much. I don't pay attention to none of that. What I'm thinking of when I'm watching movies? I'm thinking of, man, Ryan Coogler. He did really good with that shot right there. Oh, wow. The way he written that line, that was dope. Oh, what I just saw Michael B. just do just now, let me write that down. I got to utilize that so I can, bring this to the attention of the actors who are playing on the films that I'm working on. That's how I look at it. I don't know how other people look at it, but that's how I look at it. I love the art. Now, all of my films that I do now are faith-based, but I love the art behind a lot of films. So for the people who don't really know who Mansa Musa is, let me just read this really quick. So Mansa Musa was the 9th emperor of the Mali Empire, reigning from approximately 1312 to 1337, and is often regarded as one of the wealthiest individuals in history. Early life and ascension of power. Mansa Musa, also known as Musa I of Mali, came to power after the mysterious disappearance of his predecessor, Mansa Abu Bakr II, who set out on an expedition across the Atlantic Ocean and never returned. Mansa was a grandnephew of Sandadi Keita, the founder of the Mali Empire, and he inherited a prosperous kingdom that was already rich in resources, particularly gold and salt. When you read that, I'm like, yeah, a lot of and hopefully we see that in the movie, but there's a lot of deception going on. It seemed like it. You're hearing about the mysterious disappearance of, another family member, and, the person never returning after crossing the Atlantic Ocean. And his reign of power wasn't that long. It's 1312 to 1337. So it wasn't that long, right? So I'm sure it's going to be a lot going on in this film, and I'm excited. I'm ready for it, man. So shout out to Michael B. and Ryan Coogler. When it comes to the faith side of things, I pray that God allow me to be able to get films on a level to where many could see them the way that Ryan Coogler and Michael B. have done. Get what I'm saying? So just off of the respect of them putting in hard work, time, effort, I look at what they're doing and I say, hey, much respect. Now, if they're not believers, it would be good to see them do this as believers. That would be great, right? But as a man, I can respect them as men and say, hey, they're hard workers, number respect, and I wish them nothing but the best. I had to show 'em that I wasn't